Detective Elias Thorne stood in the center of the derelict nursery, the same room where little Clara Vance had vanished 18 years ago. Back then, the forensics team had combed every inch, dismissing the silver-framed heirloom mirror on the wall as a mere antique. They noted the locked windows, the undisturbed dust, and the lack of forced entry, concluding it was a cold case of impossible proportions. What they failed to notice, what Thorne only saw now through the lens of nearly 2 decades of obsession, was that the reflection of the rocking horse in the mirror didn't have a shadow, even though the real one cast a long, jagged silhouette across the rotting floorboards. The police had documented the room's contents perfectly, but they had ignored the impossible physics of the glass, a tiny detail that suggested the girl hadn't been taken out of the house, but pulled into its very skin. As the moonlight bled through the cracked shutters, the air grew unnaturally frigid, smelling of ozone and wet earth. Thorne stepped closer to the glass, his breath fogging the surface, but the mist on the mirror didn't match the shape of his mouth. It formed the tiny, frantic handprints of a child pressing from the other side. He realized with a jolt of horror that the tiny detail ignored 18 years ago wasn't a flaw in the glass, but a gateway. The detectives had been looking for a kidnapper in the physical world, never questioning why the room's reflection remained permanently stuck in a perpetual twilight of 2 a.m., June 14, 2005. The reflection wasn't a passive image. It was a hungry, parallel dimension that had been tethered to the Vance lineage for centuries, waiting for the bloodline to ripen. Suddenly, the reflection of the rocking horse began to move, its wooden eyes turning toward Thorne with a predatory hunger that no inanimate object should possess. From the depths of the silvered glass, a pale, elongated hand, far too long to be human, pressed against the surface from the inside, causing the mirror to ripple like dark water. Thorne reached out, paralyzed by a mixture of professional duty and primal fear, only to feel a cold, iron-like grip seize his wrist. The police had spent 18 years looking for a body, never realizing that the room itself had consumed the girl, and now, having waited nearly 2 decades for a fresh soul to wander into its sightline, the mirror was finally ready for its second course. Before Thorne could scream, the room fell silent once more, the only sound being the soft, rhythmic creak of a rocking horse that existed only within the frame of an ignored, silver mirror.